there, welcome to another edition of Paper Plate Crafts and Storytime. I'm Miss Barbara from the Huntington Beach Library, and as you can see, I am sheltering at home and practicing my social distance, which I'm sure you are too. But just because we're at home, it doesn't mean we can't have fun and we can't be creative. So today, in celebration of Earth Day, which is coming up, the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, I thought I'd read some Earth Day books, learn an Earth Day song, and make an Earth Day, Arbor Day, which is tree celebration, type craft. Today we're going to be making a paper plate nest that you can hang and a paper plate bird. This is Mama Bird. You can see she actually flaps, so you can make your bird flap as she's flying towards her nest. And what's nice about this craft is that you can take your Mama Bird when you're all done and put it inside the nest like this. So she's inside her nest. Kind of takes two hands. There we go. So here you go. Here is your Mama Bird and her baby birds, all ready to help celebrate Earth Day. Now, a pictorial of this craft will be posted on the library's website, so you can follow it step by step. It's also going to be posted on the Friends of the Children's Library of Huntington Beach Facebook page. Now, as I said, this is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, where we celebrate taking care of the planet. We plant trees, we make sure to recycle, we put our trash in the trash can instead of throwing it on the ground. Those are all wonderful ways to celebrate Earth Day. So my first Earth Day book is called Let's Take Care of the Earth. It is by Roxanne Williams. And what better type of book to read than Let's Take Care of the Earth on Earth Day? So many different ways that we can all try to help make our world a better place and take care of the earth. The desert is home to the snake. Let's take care of the desert. Something we should all do in honor of Earth Day. The forest is home to the bear. Let's take care of the forest. The ocean is home to the whale. Let's take care of the ocean. We should always try to take care of the ocean when we live in Huntington Beach. The swamp is home of the alligator. Let's take care of the swamp. The mountain is home to the goat. Let's take care of the mountains. The rainforest is home of the jaguar. Let's take care of the rainforest. And what are all the different places that we just read about? We should be on honor of Earth Day taking care of the desert, the forest, the ocean, the swamp, the rainforest, and the mountains. All the different parts of the earth, we should be taking care of it all. Because the earth is home to us all. Let's take care of the earth. In honor of Earth Day, let's take care of the earth. Now I have another way to take care of the earth during Earth Day, and we should do this every day, Earth Day every day, is recycle. And I happen to have another book called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle by the same author, Roxanne Williams. And this book is also a song. So I'm going to sing it, and then I'll have you sing it after me. It's a pretty easy song. I think we can all learn this. Something perfect to do in honor of our 50th anniversary of Earth Day. All right, here's how it goes. Reduce, reuse, recycle, recycle, recycle. All right, can you sing that after me? Reduce, reuse, recycle, recycle, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. All right, can you sing that with me? Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. I just want to show some things on this picture about how you can reduce and how you can recycle. Like here they have a present and it's wrapped in newspaper. And here they have a plant and they've planted it in an empty plastic container. This is a yogurt container, or it could be cottage cheese or ice cream container. Here is a recyclable grocery bag, and we are using those more and more, the canvas bags. And here they've made things out of a cardboard box, out of a milk carton. They've made a little birdhouse. These are all different ways that you can recycle and reduce your carbon footprint. All right, here's more of the song. 'Cause your world is my world, and my world is your world. All right, can you sing that with me? 'Cause your world is my world, and my world is your world. It's true, we all live on the same planet. So what should we do? Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. All right, sing that with me. Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. All right, in honor of Earth Day. Now, before I show you how to make our craft today, I thought I would show you a real bird's nest. This is a hummingbird's nest. This is in my backyard. A hummingbird actually had an egg in it, and she raised her little baby in there. And then she flew away, and a storm came, and it blew it, because I was going to leave it in the tree. But it blew it out of the tree, and so now that it was in a puddle, I thought I might as well just take it inside. And here is the nest. I just want to show all the different things that birds use. She's got feathers in there and all sorts of paper and a lot of different twigs. And this is what a real nest looks like. This is a hummingbird's nest. But we're going to be making a nest and a bird out of paper plates. And this takes 4 paper plates. It's a lot of paper plates for this craft. Now the very first plate is the easy part. This is going to be your background plate. This is what you're going to put your nest on. Now, I always recommend coloring it first. I colored mine blue, but you could color yours green. You can put a background in there. You can make it look any way you want to. But this is your background plate. And then you color it and you set it aside. It's always easier to color everything first before you cut things out. All right, now the next plate we are going to fold in half. And we're going to make our nest. So we're going to fold it in half. And I always fold them in half because it leaves a nice fold line. See the line right there? Makes it easier to cut. So I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut on the folded line. Now the first half is going to become our nest. You see we have 2 halves now. We're going to set this half aside. We're going to come back to this half later. And the other half we're going to use as our nest. Now you can see it's a paper plate. This is, I call the puffy side. This is the back side. This is the inside that has a little indentation. You want to make the puffy side your nest because it's going to puff out. So this is your nest, and I'm going to tell you how you can decorate that later. But it's going to go onto, you're going to staple it. You can tape it, but I stapled mine. You're going to staple it like that. You can see there's a little space inside, and that way you can put your baby birds and your mama bird inside your nest. All right. What do we do with this half? With this half of the paper plate, we're going to make our baby birds and the wings and worms or whatever else you want to cut out. Now, I recommend drawing them first, but I'm just going to cut them freehand right now. So I'm just going to cut one. So you just take your paper plate and you cut like a bird shape. It could be eggs, kind of an egg shape to make your baby bird. He's going to be popping out of the nest. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, got a baby bird. Now I'm going to also be cutting out wings, and I'm going to show you how to make a beak that sticks out. Now, you may not want to make a beak that sticks out, and you don't have to. You may not want to cut out parts of your paper plate for wings, and you don't have to do that either. You could just draw them on your baby bird. But I had a lot of paper plate. You can see there's a lot of paper plate here. I didn't want to waste it because we're doing Earth Day, reduce, reuse, recycle. So I wanted to use as much of my paper plate as I could. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a beak. Now, to make a beak that sticks out, you want to cut a diamond shape. Normally, I would recommend drawing it first, but I'm just going to cut mine freehand. So it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be kind of a diamond shape. All right, so I cut out my diamond shape. This is going to be the beak. Now we're going to fold the beak one corner to the middle. See that? One corner to the middle. And then we're going to fold it closed. And why do I do it this way? Because it gives me sort of a flat edge right here, so I can glue it onto my baby bird. And now he has, if you can see this, a beak that sticks out like it's wide open. And I'm going to show you our sample baby birds again. Here they are. You can see where I cut out the wings, and I cut out some leaves, and I cut out his beak. His beak is sticking out, and I cut, right there. So that's what I did with all my extra bits of paper plate. All right, that's plate number 2. Now comes plate number 3. So many plates. All right, this is to make the mama bird. Now, if you did not want to make a mama bird, you wouldn't have to use this plate, but I wanted to make a mama bird. So this is to make the mama bird. Fold it in half. Now, once again, I recommend drawing a half bird shape. Just half the body, because we're going to open up this plate. So kind of a half body like this. I'm going to just cut it out freehand, but I recommend drawing it first. It's a little bit easier. So I want to start up here. I'm going to make, this is the tail. And then here comes the body. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doing the body. Here comes the head. Make it a little round. I'm cutting, now the reason I'm cutting both folded together because it's cutting out the other side as well. Cutting the head. And then I'm going to go down into a point right here. I want to go down to a point because that's the beak. There, so you can see what I'm doing. All right. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're done. See, it's kind of pointed. Here you go. This is your bird. All right. You can see when I fold it, it looks like this. All right. And now we have this bits of paper plate, which we're going to set aside and use later for cutting out. All right. I'm going to set that aside as well. All right. We have our last paper plate. This is how we make the bird wings. All right. So the first thing we want to do is fold it in half. I always like to fold things in half. So much easier for me to cut in a straighter line than if I just try to cut freehand. Fold it in half. Open it up. Cut on the fold. And cutting on the fold. All right. So the inside of each of this plate, this is going to be the bird's wing right here. So we're going to cut off the rim. I call this part the rim. We're going to cut the rim off. All right. This is wing number 1. But birds have 2 wings, right? So we have our other part of the plate. Here we go. This is going to be the wing right here. So we're going to cut out the wing. Here we go. Now we have our little birdie wings and all the other bits of paper plate. We are going to be using them. We're just going to set those aside. So for your bird, you can color it first. Then you're going to take your wings, and I stapled, or you could tape it, on each side. There you go. Now your bird has wings. But they're straight up. Now you can leave them straight up if you wanted to, but once I folded it, I'm going to fold the wing. I folded my wing outward. I'm going to do it to the other side. I want to show you. You don't have to do this, but I did. So now my bird looks more like it's a real bird flapping its wings. I'm going to show you the finished one so you can see what it looks like now that it's all colored. And it's got the wings out, and you can see this is my finished product. I colored the inside, I colored the outside, I gave it little eyes, I gave it a little yellow beak, and I can also make it like a little puppet too. I can make it fly. I actually tried throwing it to see if it would fly like an airplane. It doesn't fly very well, but it flaps its wings. So that is our bird. But we still have lots of paper plate left over. We have a lot of these rims. So I take one of my rims that's left over, and I want to make it into the tree branch. That's the part where we can hang up the nest. And I'll show you the sample again. And how I scallop the edges. And what a scallop the edges means, it means to cut curves. To make it look more like a branch and less like a paper plate. All right. So I'm just randomly cutting scallops, little curves, into my rim like this. And so it makes a nice handle. I can color it brown. If you can cut out little parts of your paper plate to make leaves. And then you can staple it to your background plate so you have a handle. And you can see there's little bits of paper plate. So you still have lots of bits of paper plate left over. Well, we just read about Earth Day, and we don't want to waste all this paper plate. So what did I do with my bits of paper plate that was left over? I started cutting them into strips. Why? Well, I wanted to. I I did put twigs on my nest, but I realize some of you may not have access to go and find twigs and sticks, and you don't have to, because you can color your rims and your parts of paper plate different shades of brown like I did, or if you have paint, you can paint them, or markers, you can color them different shades of brown and just color them into random strips. I'm just going to show you what I did. Just keep coloring them into random strips. Doesn't matter how long they are, they're just random because they're twigs. You saw the real nest and it's just kind of a hodgepodge of stuff put together. Well, here's my nest. Now, I actually went out and got some twigs, but you don't have to. But you can see I put little bits of all my strips of paper plate, just randomly glued them all over my nest to make it look like a nest. And that is our paper plate. I just want to show you the real nest again. As you can see, the real nest has all sorts of stuff. You can decorate this. If you have crinkle paper and tissue paper or straw, you can also put that on your nest if you want to. I just went and got twigs. As I said, if you want to, you can just use your paper, bits of your paper plate to decorate. You can make little bugs, little worms. You can make whatever you like in honor of Earth Day. And you can have your little mama bird singing her spring song. It's Earth Day, and we're all celebrating taking care of our planet. All right, that concludes today's story time. The story and craft do count for our online reading program, so make sure to give yourself credit if you are in our reading program. If not, make sure to register. It's hbpl.beanstack.com. I will see you next week, and thank you for tuning in. This is Miss Barbara. Let's sing our goodbye song before we go. Get your clapping hands ready. Here we go. Now it's time for us to go. It's time for us to say goodbye. But it won't be long, my friends, until we meet again. So long, farewell, goodbye. See you next time.